Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live at 5:55 with Joseph. We're a little bit early today because I'm in training. This is what training camp looks like for hang gliding. So I'm going up for my first tandem as soon as we get done here. So I'm really, really excited about that. And so, my question to you today is, how far away are you from achieving your goal, from achieving the vision for your life? Do you know? Because what happens so often is we get that charged upness of what we want to experience in life, and we start heading in that direction, and then we run into something, we run into something, we run into something else, and all of a sudden we quit. And people can quit so short. So I don't know if you've heard this story about R.U. Darby. He and his uncle got caught up in the gold fever back in the gold rush days, and they went out and claimed a stake, and they started hand digging with picks and such. And after about a week of labor, they ended up getting into a vein of gold ore. And so they got really excited. They went back home to Maryland. They talked to their neighbors and their family, and everybody pulled money in together so they could buy the equipment they needed. And they went back out there and they started drilling with the equipment. And they followed this, what's called a vein. They followed it, ended up pulling a whole car worth of ore out, sending it in. Everything was great. A couple more would pay off all the debt. And so as they went through this process, at some point they hit the end of the vein. Disappointment, they continued to dig for a while, but then they got that disappointment and they decided to give up. They sold all the equipment there to a junk man for $100, and they went back home. They had this vision, they had the start of it, and then, like I said, once they hit the end of that vein, they left. The junk man took and called in an expert in that field, and he looked at it, and what had happened is Darby was not aware with fault lines, which is where a vein can end and then pick back up later on. And to his calculations, if they'd have went another 3 foot, they would have picked that back up again. They'd have picked that vein of gold ore back up again. The junk man who bought the equipment from them ended up reaping millions and millions of dollars from that one mine. And what happened, the difference there is he knew enough, that junk man knew enough to seek expert counsel before giving up. Now let's tie that back into our vision. When we have our vision and we take it as far as we can and we feel like we're hitting walls with it, we no longer look at getting assistance, help in that. We just give up on it and we let it go and we move forward. But what happens is we have two internal growth signals that spark us to grow: our longings and our discontents. Those longing for things that we're yet to be, do, have, give, create, and experience in our life, and just where we feel discontent right now. And so we can give up our vision. We can give that up. We can call it quits. But do you know how close you are to that vision? That in our lifetime, where we quit on something, we don't maybe always know how close we actually were. But my whole thing with today is I just want to encourage you, instead of giving up on your vision, instead of letting it go, instead of calling it quits and all of that, is to look into it deeper, look at getting expert counsel. So many people that come to me for coaching are so frustrated in their life because it's just not going the way they want it to. And they've tried everything they can do. To their credit, is they've put as much possible effort into it as they could. But what happens is we're coming from the same patterns, paradigms, and conditions that are holding us up. So we can't always see those. That's the reason the purpose I have a coach in my life I work with on an ongoing basis, because it helps me continue to overcome those at higher and higher and higher levels, to the point of here I am at training camp getting certified for hang gliding. That's pretty cool. And I want the things you're doing in your life to be cool to you. So don't forget that today is POWERTOOL Friday. And with that, I like doing that. And with POWERTOOL Friday, what I want to do is just lean into you. What is an action you can take to maybe not allow your vision to die, to maybe resurrect it and bring it back to life and open that doorway of possibilities back up for you? I'm telling you, the biggest power tool I can give you is to reach out to me. Send me a comment, send me a messenger, whatever, and just take me up on that 45-minute complimentary free strategy session. And let's get on the phone. If nothing else, it could help you re-spark that kindle of your vision and help you get going with it, help you understand what's holding you up, help you give you some steps and some tools on how to move in that direction. That's your power tool today is to lean into something that keeps your vision alive.